Hey, it's a Wednesday. I'm Dominic D'Angelo of AdFreeShows.com, Podcast Heat. Oh my God, I can't talk. Podcast Heat Wrestling, and I'm here, Mr. Robert Karpelis, WD Creative _ ish. Robert, that may be the worst intro I have ever done, ever.
I love the fact that before we started, you had like this terrible music in the background, all this interference, and I couldn't hear you, and I didn't realize that was going to be the high point of my interactions with Dom. That I actually can hear you. It's where we are. Oh, and now the music's
It
swelling up
is.
again, dude.
Oh, it's Led Zeppelin going on right now.
Oh yeah, that won't get us sued. They're not at all a litigious band when it comes to utilizing their music. We'll say hi to the folks that are joining us here.
Let's say hi.
E says, "Was up?" Willie
Ooh,
Thornbrew says, "I don't know if I'm more excited for the rumor or the innuendo."
ooh.
And the Wrestling
Good
Old
way.
Head says, "Howdy ho, R&I. The Death Riders explode or a dynamite rendition of the Finger Poke of Doom."
Ooh, please no. Please no. Yeah, that could be a potential happening here. If it is, it's an awful. Have you looked at the card yet, Robert?
For
The
Dynamite
show we're
tonight,
going to talk about. Oh
I'm
yes.
pretty sure you know the answer to that. It's going to be no.
Okay. Well, I
I,
mean, you do
I,
got to go a
I
little bit.
signed on.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin and the Pointer Sisters.
I think that's the mashup they play when you go into hell. It's that's what's waiting for you. But
For me,
for anyone, though, the way that you're operating today, it's very possible.
am I
Oh,
going to
man,
hell,
the
Robert?
coffee pot's turning off. Give me a second.
Man, Led Zeppelin, coffee, get brewing, everything's going down here.
And it's
But yes.
all strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Well, speaking of strange things, do you know where AEW is hailing from tonight, Robert? It is
Uh,
on
I,
the rundown, but I'm assuming you didn't look at it.
no, I'm gonna use my strong powers of deduction and say that it's in Fisher, Indiana.
Wow, you nailed it. I'm
Nailed it,
impressed.
Fisher, Indiana. Look, a hotbed of wrestling. There is no great. I'm gonna look up Fisher, Indiana.
Did we do this before? I know we
Have we
did it
looked
with
up
another.
Fisher, Indiana? We've looked up other places. I don't know much about Fisher, Indiana. Though they have a population of 103,986.
Is
Very
it the?
exciting. They are a suburb of beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana,
Oh,
and
okay, okay.
that's
Anyone
no, this,
famous from there?
that's dude. I'm digging. We're doing a little research. Um,
Research.
oh, there was a referendum to change Fisher from a town to a city in 1998. It was rejected. And then in 2008, a group named City Yes began collecting petition signatures for a voter referendum on the question of whether or not to become a city. They are in fact they are in fact a city. We're very, very excited. This is the
Wow.
place that's hosting Dynamite, whether or not they want to be a city or a town.
It's almost like Erie, Indiana. Maybe it's close to
Um,
there, Robert.
they have something called the Sparkfisher Festival, which takes place every year. Um, they have a
Their
parade.
mascot's got to be a fish or something.
It's about Fisher. I'm looking for notable people from there. Oh, there's a minor league hockey team stadium there in the ECHL. So I'm guessing I could talk to Florida Panthers broadcaster and friend of the show, Mr. Doug Plagans, who's very familiar with
Ooh.
minor league hockey. Um, they receive strong marks for safety and is the fourth safest city in the United States, according to Money Geek.
Wow. Wonder what's the safest city.
Dude, I'm not going down that. Michael Andretti lives there.
Okay.
That is the
Son of Mario.
yes. Tony Gwynn has lived
Whoa,
there.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
And most importantly, I did not know this is the path we were going down. Here we
Uh-huh.
are.
Uh-oh.
Is the home of former professional wrestling great Mordecai. Dude, this
He's
rabbit
got to
hole
show up tonight.
became so worth it
What a payoff.
that Kevin Fertig is from there. This is about as exciting as trying to make sense of the Continental Classic graphic which I
Yes.
believe, based on the Chinese checkers map that they put up there, we're in week 2 of this tournament with the Gold League and the Blue League.
Correct, Robert. Clarion University colors, by the way, my alma mater, gold and blue.
No. Red team and blue, but red and blue. That was the X-Men of the early '90s. There was the gold team and the blue team.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah. You know what really introduced? We're going all over. You know what really introduced me to the X-Men and Marvel Comics and all that stuff were the Fleer Ultra 94 cards. Did you have those? Maybe 93 they were actually.
I did. I had the Marvel trading cards at the first set that they had released, and then they released the X-Men trading cards over the years. There
So
was also
fascinating.
the Pride of the X-Men, the failed pilot that you were able to rent from Blockbuster. That was very exciting. I'm
Mm.
sure the
I
matches that
learned.
are what I'm trying to get is to the flipping show, Dom.
I know.
Sorry, I
One more thing
apologize.
though. I learned the word deceased because of those trading cards. What the word deceased meant.
Yes.
Hmm.
Speaking of, we would be
Yes.
remiss if we did not talk about the passing of Larry, CM Punk's
Oh
dog.
yes. Yes.
As a now, I can't believe I'm a dog person now, but this is where I am in my life. It's fair to say I was having this text conversation last night with some former and current co-hosts of Working Stiff.
Mm,
Punk loved and treated Larry better than most wrestlers treat their children.
absolutely.
Like the life that he gave that dog, that him and AJ ultimately gave that dog, is absolutely remarkable. It is one of those sort of redeeming qualities. Like even the Grinch had a dog, so even at Punk's lowest point, like he loved that damn dog, and I am fully confident that Larry the dog beat the ever living crap out of the Young Bucks.
Absolutely. Yes. 100%. And all dogs go to heaven, Robert. That's for sure. Man, yeah. To all the postings that he made and stuff like that, I think he was just a good animal advocate, and a pet advocate for everything. There was so much that actually Larry's presence had. Not when he was not just in WWE, but in AEW, they did the Pause Chicago stuff and everything. You think about all that. So,
What I also
um,
love is knowing wrestling the way that you and I know wrestling.
mhm.
Knowing that he is going into a match with Braun Breaker, who is known for his barking and dog-like mannerisms. Uh, there's no way we're not getting some kind of promo about Larry from
Do you think
Paul
so?
Heyman. 1,000%. Um, and Punk being such a student of the game and a fan of pro wrestling, he would insist upon it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good way to pay tribute to Larry. Actually, to be honest.
They've used Larry and AJ before. Remember the bracelet that got broken? Like the emotional arc of what's going to be going on for Punk here, it's pretty damn. It's kind of like whenever Adele had a breakup, and you're like, you're going to get a great album.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All right, I'm for it. I'm for it. Let's make it
I
happen.
like that. Willie Thornbrew says, I like my dog's high spot and baby face more than I like most people.
Is that really your dog's? Those are good names for dogs. If
Those
you're
are
keeping them wrestling themed.
yes, those are solid wrestling dog names.
Did you ever name a pet after a wrestler, Robert?
No, I never. The pets that I had that were family pets, I didn't have a hand in naming. This dog is obviously Marty. We've had fish. I've never named any of the fish wrestling characters, and quite frankly, they don't last long enough for you to really give. Well, so then they really are perfect for wrestling.
They're actually just like a cup of coffee. Um.
Maybe that's why they
All
keep
right.
dying. I keep putting them in the coffee.
Oh, is
Um,
that it? Yeah, that's probably not a good
Dom, I'm
move.
begging you. There's a Continental Classic tonight.
We gotta hit it, man. I know you're. Did you watch last week's Dynamite, by the way?
Yes.
Did you? Okay, I did not.
Did you
So
listen to this week's episode of Working Stiff?
no.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I just put it. I
Scott
threw it
Shopping
up
and
there.
I had a whole conversation about last week's episode of Dynamite. So feel free to go check that out. Dom D'Angelo, best producer, podcast wrestling history. And thanks to those folks who've been sharing the Spotify Wrapped came out
How
this
about that?
year. Number of folks had Working Stiff as their most listened to podcast.
Yes, rightfully so. Hey, rightfully so. Yeah, let's talk a little Dynamite here, Robert. Continental Classic is taking place, but I did want to say I think a big takeaway is Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston going face to face. They did not air Eddie Kingston's promo on a Dynamite last Dynamite. It was actually on Collision, and man, I'm telling you what,
There was
you got to
there
go
was an
back
Eddie
and
Kingston promo on Dynamite.
there wasn't one though. The one he cut on the Collision though. It
Oh, I
was
haven't seen the Collision one. The Dynamite one was a pre-tape one it was good. It was intense. I liked it.
yeah.
I
Uh,
don't.
all the better one. I mean, like I don't know if that him doing it in the ring the way he did it. He speaks with such conviction, and he's got that organic connection with fans. It's just like they have to re-air that promo tonight. I think on Dynamite if you want to further elevate what's going on between him and Samoa Joe.
I think it's a smart decision. I don't know how much time we're necessarily going to have left with Eddie Kingston, even with him coming back from this most recent injury. He just hasn't looked the same. So getting one bite of the apple, I like it. I think, look, Eddie's always been a tremendous promo. That has always been sort of his bread and butter. There is an emotional crux to the Eddie Kingston story. So him going for the AEW world title or whatever form this winds up taking, I'm here for it.
Me too. Me too. All right, let's hit it, man. That's that Continental Classic. We've got Kazuchika Okada. He's 0-1. He's going up against Pac, who's 1-0. So Pac's got 3 points. Okada's got 0 points. What are you thinking happening here, Robert?
I'll be honest. I'm still not entirely sure what the winner of this Continental Classic actually gets and how many titles Kazuchika Okada actually holds. And if your audience is confused, it makes it harder to really sink your teeth in what's going on. That being said, it's a heel-heel match. I'm feeling a little bullish after the solo Gunther match that we saw on Raw, that another heel-heel match could be really fun. Obviously, Okada and Pac are tremendous workers, and because no one else is allowed to interfere, we should get a pretty straight-up match.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great match. I think the aspect to what you were saying earlier on, like a couple weeks ago when the Continental Classics was kicking off and stuff, was you're giving away these matches for free, and this is like something that you could really tell and build a story to. And here it is coming forth like this. And there's other matches that speak to that too on this card.
So I think this is a match where this is kind of why we like the Continental Classic, because it's a match you never would have thought, hey, this is a match I really want to see. And I don't think it needs any kind of a story. We're not going out on a limb saying that a heel war between the Death Riders and the Don Callis family. I mean, that would be brutal. I think we all remember the Four Horsemen Faces of Fear feud from WCW. And all due respect to an Arn Anderson versus Barbarian match on WCW Saturday night, not the most exciting. So it's like, yeah, let's let two great wrestlers go out there and wrestle without any auspices of a story. Pac, beat Darby at that pay-per-view, and the fallout from it was nothing.
Nothing, I guess.
Matches don't matter here. What else? What are the other Continental Classic matches, Dom?
We got Claudio Castagnoli. Did I say it right?
No, you get it. Claudio Castagnoli has been wrestling for the better part of 2 decades.
Yes.
You gotta pin this down. This is why they called him Cesaro, by the way, because there's people who were just like, I mean Vince, they're not going to be able to pronounce it in places like Pittsburgh or Fisher, Indiana, where our money is made.
Which is now a city, damn it. Yes, so those two will be facing off. I'm intrigued by this match, Robert.
Sorry, it's Claudio against who? You just said Claudio Castagnoli, and then...
Oh, did I? I didn't say John Moxley.
Are you serious? Hold on, I'm looking at the email in case this is a rib. They're giving away Claudio Castagnoli versus John Moxley on the same night they're already doing a heel versus heel match.
So 2 heels versus heel matches.
But the good news is, so Moxley obviously lost to Kyle O'Reilly at the end of that pay-per-view, and it had such huge ramifications because we saw... Oh, that's right, nothing happened.
Yeah, don't worry
Nothing
about it.
matters. This is all irrelevant.
Whose line is it anyway?
That's something that most wrestlers would ask in the '80s. Whose line is it? Anyway,
Wait.
hey. Cami Star points out you live in an Italian area of Pittsburgh. Come on.
Yes, that is true. I do live in Bloomfield.
Wait, you're Italian? I couldn't tell by the name Dominic D'Angelo. You're literally just
Yeah,
a jar of marinara sauce with a bandana.
that's it. That's a me. Yeah.
I'm maybe this for the billionth time is hey, maybe this is the time where they finally split up the Death Riders.
Maybe, maybe,
Maybe
or
this time.
at least we're getting a little bit of movement towards it, where like Claudio beats Mox, and then it's something else. Like then you start cooking on it. You seem really intrigued by this, though, Robert. Let me tell
Oh,
you.
I'm genuinely baffled as to why they would put this on this particular show when you're already doing a heel match. What's the third? Is there at least is there a third match? Because last week they gave away like Orange Cassidy and Claudio for like no reason.
Oh yes, there is a third match, and this one should be pretty fun. Kyle Fletcher, he's 1-0. He's got 3 points. He's going up against Kevin Knight, who's 1-0, who's got 3 points.
Totally fine. This is
Yes.
good. This is good. Let these guys both get a little bit of a spotlight. Young talent, fresh talent, guys who want to go out there and prove something. All for it. Huzzah.
Me too. Huzzah, indeed. Huzzah, indeed. Hey, there's a women tag team title tournament semifinals. It's a hardcore holiday death match just in time for Christmas and Hanukkah. Timeless love bombs. Mina Shirakawa and Tony Storm take it on Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir.
Appreciate you slipping in the Hanukkah.
Shalom.
That was sweet. It's going to be a hardcore match. It's going to be a death match or whatever. There'll be some version of blood. I'm sure there'll be something with Home Alone style ornaments being broken on someone's feet. Maybe a bowling ball on a string or an iron. Someone winds
or
up
a
dressed
doorknob
like a
they have to turn. That's heated up.
Someone winds up dressed like a giant chicken.
I like it.
Old Man Marley shows up with a snow shovel.
Who would you have advance in this? Would you go with the Marina and Bane, or would you do Tony Storm Mina?
Bane.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You
got to
know,
give them something.
If the sisters of whatever, what's the spooky sisters of evil sin
Sounds
sisters
right.
sisters of sin, pointer sisters,
The Pointer
like
Sisters.
it's why I said last week, I said if Willow and Harley won, kind of foretold where you were going. There's no reason to beat Megan Bayne or Marina Shafir. They do seem to have a little bit of momentum going for them. Tony and Mina winning takes Tony Storm off the board as a singles competitor.
It's very true too, and like I just think she's Teflon in anything she basically does right now. So like you can have her lose and totally move on from this. You know, put her in the mix with something else.
Devin
Also,
Dowling
Robert,
said he had a
go ahead.
coworker who dropped a bulb today while hanging up Christmas stuff, shattered all over the floor. We all just started clapping at him. If you were real wrestling fans, you would have started a "you effed up" chant.
Yes, 100%. You know, and then slammed him on it or her.
And then
depending.
an ECW. Wow, but thank you for being so
Covering
open
all
to
the
the
bases
idea that
today.
both men and women are capable of dropping light bulbs here.
Absolutely.
We're dropping knowledge here because there's also some information as it relates to TNA.
That is correct, Robert. Yes. According to Fightful Select, the TNA shows on AMC will have a mixture of live and taped episodes. Those in TNA believe there's a minimum number of live episodes required in the deal that they have with AMC Network. Only makes sense. Are you shocked by this, Robert? How would you have, from the TNA/AMC relationship standpoint, would you have tried to go on live every week, or does a tape thing, is that too harmful? Is that a-okay in today's world?
You absolutely have to go live taped if you're TNA. The cost of being on the road 52 weeks a year, even if they're getting a multiple of what they've been earning currently, is not enough to justify going live every week for right now. Also, if you go live, you're taking your talent off the road. for more dates than they'd already anticipated, which is less opportunities for them to work indie shows and earn additional income.
Do you think their model though, TNA? I mean, we haven't even broached this subject, and do you think the TNA model though will allow them to work as many indie shows? It could change, couldn't it,
No,
with this
I
TV deal?
don't. I
No,
don't
you don't think
anticipate
so?
it. If you're taping, let's say it's an every other week situation. So I know currently, I believe they only tape once a month.
Yeah.
So maybe it's twice a month that they're taping, and then that means that gives them 2 weeks a month for them to be able to go book shows elsewhere. You don't want to take that opportunity away from these folks to earn a living, unless you're planning on truly upping how much you're paying them.
Yeah, it's a good point too. I hope that is the case though. Like all ultimately that being on AMC primary show, more eyes on it, pay the stars a little bit more too. Um, Here's a good question from Devin. Do you ever see wrestling on cable TV again, like Fox, CBS, or ABC, Robert?
Well, Fox, CBS, and ABC are the broadcast channels. There is wrestling on broadcast TV, which is NXT on the CW.
True.
I don't know that Fox necessarily got the return on the investment that they wanted as it related to SmackDown. Could CBS or could somebody say, this is something that's going to give us some weekend programming? It's very possible, especially
Hmm.
on times of the year where there's not football. But
Right.
NBC had those Saturday night main events, and then they realized it was more lucrative for them to push it to Peacock. The
Hmm.
CBS piece is interesting because right now Paramount Plus is the large streaming provider that has no wrestling content whatsoever and could offer the platform and TV, especially since they're getting the UFC. It's always possible for them to try to continue to court that male audience. I don't think Disney necessarily cares as much, but Hulu could easily pick up a wrestling show. Prime has no wrestling content as they get into live streaming.
Right, right. There's some potential for the market to kind of open up a little bit too, and if you know other companies or television networks are dog-earing the aspect that TNA is on AMC, it might be something intriguing to kind of dive into a little bit.
What I'll be
We'll have to
curious to
wait.
see is if they're also going to be part of the AMC Plus streaming
They
situation.
are. They are.
Well, let me finish my point. If they're
Oh,
if they're going to be part of the AMC Plus streaming situation with a full library. Like I get that Dynamite may air on there, but if all of a sudden you subscribe to AMC Plus and you're going to get TNA pay-per-views or the back catalog of TNA content, and you see an uptick in subscribers, now all of a sudden there's an additional proof of concept.
that's a great point. Yeah, and even just, I mean, that vast library that TNA has is, and we've talked about this many times. How big of a coup that would be for the WWE to get hold of that, and
Well, of
that
course, it's because
TNA
it's all
stuff.
that great content written by your close personal friend Vince Russo.
Correct. That's right, bro. That's right. Speaking of, that episode will drop tomorrow on studio1sports.com. That's my new YouTube channel, so check it out.
You have another YouTube? Jesus, man.
Too many.
You are like a media mogul.
I'm a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Is that how you say
Yes, I fully agree that you are a master of none. But
it?
I also fully agree that I also noticed there's a typo in the name of the episode. Unless it's Samoa Joe1 or Samoa Joel, which
Oh my
I just
God.
imagine is just like a Samoan Billy Joel impersonator.
I 100% butchered that title. I said Eddie Kingson
Oh, I
and
didn't even
Samoa
see Eddie
Joe 1.
Kingston, man.
I double whammy. Wow, that's awful, Dominic. Wow, that's really bad.
You
What kind of
are.
journalist am I?
I think we all know the answer to that, but you can continue to ponder that question
Hmm.
every Monday through Friday at noon Eastern on a plethora of platforms, including the WWE Creative _ISH X account, the at Dominic D'Angelo X account, the at SE Scoops X account, and on YouTube on Rumor and Innuendo, ad free shows, and podcast heat. So, on behalf of the man who is going to be contemplating life while sitting alone on a bench in a cafe, Dominic D'Angelo, I'm Robert Karpolis. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
I gotta go find a window to look out